Hello, my name is Tuani. I'm originally from Brazil, but I live in Australia. I moved here 9 years ago. I grew up in a countryside in a small city in Brazil, and there was when I first had my yoga classes. And by that time, it was more about stretching and just finding my body, connect to the physical body. Then I moved to São Paulo. In São Paulo, I had a completely different lifestyle from country. I also studied drama and dance, and I started to become a teacher. And I was primary school teacher for my whole life. That's my job. It's been teaching children. And then I made some good money in São Paulo and moved to Australia to learn English with the intention to go back to Brazil and teach English there. And then fall in love with the country. After 4 years I was living here, I felt deep, empty. Of course, I was without my family, my language, my culture, my food, but there was something else that I was missing. Through my whole life, I grew up in a very religious family, and we would be following all traditions around the Catholic Church. And my mother, my grandmothers, they were women of faith, and they would be always doing their prayers with the rosary, and I was always surrounded by these women, very faithful women. So I realized after a while when I was here living in Australia that I lost the connection with my spirituality. Also because for 15 years I never stepped in a church again, but because I didn't believe in the church. But I always believed in something else. And then there was one friend of mine said, why don't you start practicing yoga? There's this studio. And then I started, and the one I met Sandeep. And I tried many other yoga classes, but when I tried her class, I was like, wow, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to practice. And since then, it's been 3 years. I practice 2-3 times a week with same teacher. And she's a Jivamukti teacher, and I read a lot about the Jivamukti and ended up doing a teacher training with Katie Rose and read the Jivamukti book. And I was like, well, I think I've always been a teacher, and my next step will definitely be a yoga teacher. And for that, I decided to go to India and do the Jivamukti course, which I believe in the lineage, and it's where my life transformed in Australia, and I transformed myself, and that's with Sandeep and Kate. It's how I truly know what is yoga, and truly know, I'm still learning, but that's the path I want to choose. So I hope to meet you all there. Bye, namaste.